What up everyone, it's your man Xman87 here, bringing you another news update video. And what I have for you today, I'll be giving you updates on Marvel Legends as well as G.I. Joe Classified series. So before we get into everything, if you could please leave a thumbs up, like rating on the video, it'll help show your support for my channel and I greatly appreciate it. Now with that said, let's talk about it. By the way, thank you to all who enjoy this format from my last video. I'll try to do it, a little more often if you guys like it, so I appreciate the feedback. I didn't know you guys like seeing my face so much, but in that case, if you do, acknowledge me. That was just my Roman Reigns impression. It's just kind of weird when you don't have a crowd to hear cheers or boos. I have my haters too. But I want to start off with Marvel Legends updates. And the first one is the Cassie Lang Build-A-Figure size. Now, when we saw the render images, that figure just looked straight up huge. Like, bigger than their normal 9-inch Build-A-Figure size. So I was curious, and I know a lot of you were curious too. I was getting messages as what's the confirmed size. There wasn't a confirmed size. So I went out and reached out to Dan Yoon. So I texted him and asked him what is the official size. So I'm just going to pull up my phone here and just read out loud the exact verbatim. And he said, she'll be around 10 inches, but will differ on the head. Okay, that makes sense. So she's probably taller with the helmet on and less taller with the, the ponytail or vice versa, whatever that may be. But that's good to know that she's a 10-inch bath because we haven't gotten a 10-inch bath since the MCU Giant Man wave, the one with the comic Nick Fury. No, actually... I'll correct myself. I believe it was the Spider-Man Stiltman Build-A-Figure wave. That figure was by default 11 or 12 inches. And of course, you can make them taller with Army building the hand ninjas and making them taller. But if you were to get just one hand ninja, he would just be about 11 or 10 inches. So I know he was bigger than 10. So that's pretty cool, and hopefully we could get more comic Build-A-Figures that are 10-inch plus, because already MCU has 2 Build-A-Figures at the 10-inch mark. So, just wanted to let you guys know that. Now, going back to the Luke Cage reveal, many of us suspected or were just straight up wondering where the hell is the ab crunch, you know what I mean? And it was not visible in that render. So, Dan Yoon took to Twitter to address that and stated that Luke Cage's plan to have an inverted ball joint at the lower torso, like classic Doctor Doom. That's the plan for now. Stay tuned for the final product shots later in 2023. Cross fingers emojis, peace emoji, and... Alright, that is more hopeful because just judging off that render pic, when I even covered it, it just looked like a straight, segmented cut. It was just straight horizontal, like, okay, this guy only has a waist swivel and no ab crunch. And, some of you got pretty feisty with me telling me that there is an ab crunch when, come on, dude, literally, you're seeing the same thing I'm seeing, so you're telling me I'm a liar? If there was an ab crunch visible, there would be a cut, plain in sight, right at the sternum. So, and I'm only talking to the people that were getting at me, don't create a visual that doesn't exist in the photo. Like, there was nothing there. So some of y'all are probably gonna start feeling a little stupid now after that. But going back to the topic at hand, I don't like the way it was worded by Dan Yoon, just because, that's the plan for now. Just sounds so indefinite. It doesn't sound, for sure that we're going to get a ball jointed waist. And, that's kind of a bummer because I just feel like you should know what it is when developing the figure. I don't get it. It's like if I go to the doctor and I get a concussion, and the doctor tells me that I have a mild concussion. Like, that's BS. I either have a concussion or I don't. I don't believe in that mild crap. You know what I mean? So, he either has a ball jointed waist or he doesn't. So, I don't know. We'll just wait and see, but I think that's the best way to go about it, is having that ball jointed waist, since he doesn't have an ab crunch. And when he ended it off by saying stay tuned for the final product shots later in 2023, I can only speculate that when we do get the final products is when they'll reveal the classic Iron Fist, because I think many of us are speculating that he will be in a 2-pack, a Heroes for Hire 2-pack with Iron Fist, or the rumored Marvel Knights wave. It's going to be one of them, so we'll just have to wait and see. So last week during the Marvel Legends fan stream, the all-comic Spider-Man wave was revealed in full without the BAF. So we do get some clarity, some hopeful news that maybe the BAF will be revealed maybe as soon as today by the time of this recording. Dan Yoon took to Twitter to tweet, so if the plans work, there should be a new Marvel Legends pre-order weekly from now until the end of April. Tomorrow is the spider emoji, wave emoji. I see what he did there. We showed on the live stream. Not every week will be a wave. It could be a single item from the Avengers 60th program, or it could be other stuff. TY, praying emoji, peace emoji, bread emoji. Means there's going to be a lot of money. So their pre-orders normally start at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So we might see a reveal as soon as 12 p.m. I'm recording this on Wednesday, March 8th. This video might not go up till Thursday. So by the time you're watching this, either pre-orders already went up, or they haven't, or the BAF has been revealed, or it hasn't been revealed. Whatever it is, we're still going to talk about it. So that's pretty exciting that we're going to get Marvel Legends pre-orders from now until the end of April. If he said the plans work out, and I'm excited, and we might see some new reveals along the way. But now let's speculate what that Build-A-Figure could be in the Spider-Man wave. Obviously, we know it's all comic. It's going to be a comic character. It's either going to be a spider-based character or a spider character with a costume, because there's a lot of spider costumes there with Chasm, the Ben Reilly, Spider-Man Beyond. You have the Miles Morales. You have the modern Jessica Drew. Tarantula has a spider costume, black and red. A lot of black and red going on with this theme. So I don't know if the BAF will be black and red color combo related. And the Elektra Daredevil is also black and red. Wow. Yeah, what a weird theme, right? But I think the BAF will be a villain. We only got 2 villains in the wave, which is the Rose and Tarantula. So if the BAF is a villain, then that will make 3 villains in the wave. So, actually, you would count Chasm as a villain. So 4, it could be split. If it is a hero and they're going to stick to spider costume themed characters, I think I said this in my coverage the last time when I covered the Fanstream recap, Spider-Hulk. I think they would knock it out of the ballpark with a Spider-Hulk BAF. Have alternate hands, get some cool ripped up tattered sculpting on it. I think they can kill it. I think they can absolutely kill it with a new Spider-Hulk, and it's time for an update. Even though that figure wasn't part of the Marvel Legends banner, it was part of the Spider-Man Classics banner, but still, I think we all kind of desire that figure. It was such a classic and a holy grail that for those who missed out, this would be a great opportunity to, get that figure in hand and get a better version of it, because the last one had that funky gimmick feature where it had like that little lever on the back and he just raised his hand, so we don't have to worry about that this time if he is indeed the BAF. If there's another spider costume related, Spider Lizard would be pretty cool. I love those wacky spider characters from back in the 90s, which I call the original Spider-Verse. So That would be pretty cool to see. If it's villains, man, Stegron would be another one that would be cool. Or the Spider Slayer, not the mechanical Spider Slayer bot. I'm talking about the alien Spider Slayer. That would be really cool. And, man, I had a few others in my mind. I just can't think right now. But go ahead, comment below in the comment section and just chat it up with who you think will be the next Build-A-Figure for that Spider-Man wave. Of course, if it's already revealed by the time of this recording, then let's just talk about that new BAF that was revealed. So just a quick update on my channel's content. I did upload the Marvel Legends X-Men 275 review, so be sure to check that out. I did that first because originally I was going to do the Avengers Puff Adder Build-A-Figure wave, but I had to scrap that because guess what happened to my Wonder Man? Yes, it snapped at the leg, so it was just no point for me to cover that review first, and yeah, I'm pretty upset, but I'm getting a replacement, so whenever I get that in, I will cover that wave. Hopefully it'll come this week, and that's that. I just want to let you know, so my next review, until I get this replacement, will be maybe the X-Men 5-pack, the Villains 5-pack, or Blob. Let me know which one you want to see first. So yeah, couldn't get you the Avengers wave first. Sorry about that. Hasbro's got to fix their shit, QC. Nothing I could do. So that does it for Marvel Legends. Let me put this guy back on the Avengers shelf. So, alright. G.I. Joe time. So, the Classified series had their fan stream today, March 8th, and some pretty interesting reveals. First, we got the name reveals only, which involved 3 names, and the first one is Quick Kick, and I'm excited for this one because if done right, this figure could be the most articulated figure in the line. After all, this is a martial artist, so I'm hoping we see, the best articulated figure in the Classified series line. So, unfortunately, no photos, as much as I would have loved to see the photos, but these are names only. The next one is Big Boa. Yo, I've been wanting Big Boa since this line started. That is one of my favorite character designs in G.I. Joe. He has like one of the best character designs in G.I. Joe. I mean, this dude has to be a deluxe. He's got to have his boxing gloves. He's got to have his weights. He's just got to be swole too, because this man is the trainer of the Cobra Vipers. So I'm ecstatic to see how this figure comes out. I can't wait. I wonder if they'll give him a removable helmet, because they gave that to Scrap Iron later on. We'll get to that. But the one reveal I was hoping for, actually 2 reveals from this fan stream, was Big Boa and Road Pig. I didn't get Road Pig, but at least I got a Big Boa name dropped, and that makes me happy. The last name reveal was Mutt and Junkyard, and this is just an iconic duo in the franchise. Gotta have them. That's going to be a pet pack, obviously, and they revealed their new pricing tiers, which I'll cover. So, they always kill it with those articulated animals, and we pretty much know what to expect with Mutt, and I think they'll probably give us a nice surprise with that pack as well. So we'll see when the photos are officially revealed, and we'll just judge it then. Before I get into covering the new reveals, they did mention, and I'm not doing this in order, I don't remember if they mentioned it before the reveals or after the reveals. Doesn't matter, I still want to give you the heads up that they're going to have new pricing tiers. So the mainline figures will stay at $24.99. Fine, I'm cool with that. The deluxe figures will be $34.99. So these are figures that will have more accessories than the mainline. And then their premium deluxe that includes pets or heavier artillery will be at $44.99 plus. So we'll see how that turns out. We've already got a few reveals within these price tiers. I already saw a few folks bring up the fact that their deluxe figures being priced at $34.99 is more than Valorverse's Action Force, which Valorverse gives you alternate hands and more weapons and such. And hey, that's a valid comparison. And I will agree that, and I've said it from the beginning, that G.I. Joe Classified needs to bring more alternate hands. That's cool and all, I understand the comparisons, but it's just like at the same time, I'm not a Valorverse Action Force fan. At least I don't have the right to call myself one yet because I haven't bought any of his action figures yet. So I'm going to try to choose my words carefully here because I don't want to sound like I'm contradicting myself, but for me, I'm just attached to the G.I. Joe franchise. I love these characters. I love their backstory. You know, I'm glued to that property. It was my first action figure line that I ever collected when I was a kid. I'm just attached to the characters of G.I. Joe. Like, my loyalty is to that franchise. This was my first action figure line that I grew up with. So with Valorverse and Action Force, you know, I don't know any of those characters. And I used to say in the past that, and I still do, where you don't have to be attached to something to enjoy an action figure or like an action figure. And I still stand by that because, again, I haven't owned any of the Valorverse Action Force figures, so I might have to try it out one day and, you know, judge myself. I do plan on it, but, you know, I just haven't found where to start yet. I'm looking at the Swarm because they look cool. I like that sci-fi element, which is why I like G.I. Joe so much, because it has that, you know, fantasy element into the military concept. But it's just weird. I guess as a kid, any line I saw growing up that was a knockoff of G.I. Joe, you always had those, like, knockoff G.I. Joe lines. I'm like, man, F that. It's bootleg G.I. Joe. I guess any line that does that now, I still have that same mentality of, like, man, F that. That's bootleg G.I. Joe. That's not the real thing. You know what I mean? It's just funny how that mentality carried from my childhood until my adulthood right now. Yeah, it's not a knock on Action Force at all. I think Valorverse is killing it. Bobby Val is killing it with that line. They look great. I know he talks shit about the G.I. Joe line and its wonky proportions, and I'm like, come on, my man. Your figure's got some wonky proportions too, so, but I think that's just, you know, that competitive nature that comes out. So yeah, when I try some Valorverse action figures, you know, I'll let you know what I think about them. But no matter what, like, I'm a G.I. Joe fan at heart. That's not going to change. I think Action Force was like the G.I. Joe of the UK or something like that. Still bootleg to me. Sorry, UK peeps. I love y'all, but that's still bootleg G.I. Joe to me. But I understand. If you love it, hey, you love it. Just like you would understand how I love my American G.I. Joe. All right, now on to the reveals. We got Tunnel Rat, and man, this was one I've been wanting to. I mean, I want every single G.I. Joe, but Tunnel Rat, he's based off of Larry Hama, and Larry Hama is the G.I. Joe GOAT, man. He came up with these stories. He wrote the comics in the 80s, and I have to have this. He just looks so cool. He's got his backpack. He's got his multi-goggles, too. Like, that looks cool. You know, the war paint on him. He's got a Magnum. He's got his rifle, knife. Man, he's just ready to go in. Love the way this figure looks. Then we get a new Firefly that looks more like his classic counterpart, and he is definitely loaded with accessories. So, oh shit, man. I like that little drone bot he comes with, and it'll carry some explosives. So he's got a SMG. Looks like it. Yeah, it looks like a SMG. He's got a knife. I believe that's a detonator too. His backpack. Man, the deco on him looks so cool with the camouflage, and my God, Firefly is one of my favorites because he's a saboteur. I love any character that, like, blows shit up. You know, I gotta have this. I have to have this because I wasn't happy with the last Firefly. So this Firefly is definitely going to be it for me. Next is Lowlight. Oh my God, bro. Lowlight is one of my favorites too. Like, with Lowlight in the line, they gotta bring in his boy Sci-Fi. And those two were some of my favorite figures when I was a kid. And this if I'm not mistaken, I think they said it was inspired by the 25th anniversary line. He's got the sniper that can come apart with the scope can come apart, the stock, I believe, the barrel, and you can put that in the sniper case that he has and close it up. That is just awesome. He has what I think is a P90. I think that's a P90. Oh man, let me know if that's a P90, but it looks like it, or at least classified version of a P90. That's the closest thing it looks like. He has a knife, backpack. I'm loving this. I am absolutely loving this. This is an instant cop. I will pre-order this day one. Then the last reveal was Shadow Tracker, and this is pretty cool because Shadow Tracker was in the Pursuit of Cobra line, and it's cool to see him in the 6-inch line. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think he was inspired by the Predator, but he has like the dreads, he has like the skulls, like I believe Lenny said he has a jaguar skull with him. The Pursuit of Cobra figure was pretty hardcore looking, and this figure is hardcore looking. He's got his quiver, he's got his bow and arrow, the axe, kind of like zigzag dagger. Interesting. I'm definitely interested to see what this figure is more about. I really like that disfigured face. Holy crap. And I believe that the clear mask fits on him just like the Pursuit of Cobra figure. I just don't remember if that mask was removable. But either way, this figure looks dope. So they actually had on-hand products from previous revealed figures. So they did show off Copperhead. Copperhead looks cool. Mainline figure, that's $24.99. They did show off Torpedo, Shipwreck, Bazooka, and Rock and Roll. These are mainline figures that are $24.99 each, and I think they look great. I like Torpedo. I like the fact that he looks so cool, fully geared up. The mask is removable. Shipwreck that's an instant cop. I love Shipwreck. That's one of my favorite G.I. Joe characters, and he comes with Paulie, and Paulie is nicely detailed. So good deco on him. I can't wait. I bought that Fortnite Victories series victory. Oh my god. Can't edit that out. I bought the Fortnite Victory Royale series boat so I can get a photograph with Shipwreck. I think that would be a cool photo, and I'm excited to take pictures of this guy. He looks legit, man. We get Bazooka, which I passed on the Tiger Force stuff. I only got Tiger Force Duke just because that bike is dope. And I mainly got it for the vehicle, but that Duke is actually dope. I actually like that Duke more than the main Duke. So Bazooka, regular outfit, that's what I wanted. Rock and Roll looks so dope. He's got the devil horns. Like, he has alternate hands, and I'm happy to see that. You know, like with Sergeant Slaughter, he had alternate hands. So the fact that he has alternate hands, though, cuts him back with accessories because he's a little short. He does have a rifle and just a handgun, and that's it. And I think his helmet's removable. So, but he's tatted up. Like, he's got nice deco. He's tatted up. And man, I'm just looking at Bazooka right now. Bazooka actually comes with missiles that you can put in the actual bazooka. So that's pretty cool. But covering Scrap Iron, this figure looks so damn cool. I can't express how freaking cool this figure is. But he has his anti-armor artillery drone. So he's going to be at that higher price point at $44.99. And I'm just scrolling through the pictures right now. That drone looks amazing. And the treads are articulated, so they do roll. I am happy about that. He comes with the missile effects and the missiles. And as a photographer, those blast effects, those missile effects, I'm all over it. I cannot wait to take photos using those effects. And what's cool about it is that you could take one of those missile effects and plug in Bazooka's missiles and plug it into Bazooka's bazooka. So when they demonstrated that, I was like, oh, that's so cool. I love that, mix and matching. And then Scrap Iron, the figure himself, he looks tough. He's got his helmet. It's removable. So that's even better because the old Scrap Iron figure, you couldn't remove the helmet. And I like that the side of his face is disfigured. Like, he looks like he's been through some shit, you know what I mean? So he just looks dope. He's got like a detonator kind of iPad, a sidearm. I'm all over this figure, so I cannot wait to get this figure in hand. Then Snow Job is a deluxe. He'll be priced at $34.99, so he does come with a lot of accessories. No alt hands, but they gave him the works with like weapons. Like he needed, well, the only weapon really he has is his rifle, but then he has his ski equipment, so he has all of that. He has an alternate head, which I'm happy about. You can remove the hood, give him the goggles. This is a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, and being a deluxe is $34.99. So the next Hasbro Pulse exclusive is the Cobra Vipers female pack, the Cobra Valkyries. These look phenomenal. I was hoping for female army builders for the Cobra Troopers. So female Cobra Troopers, something I really wanted. And they are decked out with weapons, man, and missile effects. So it's kind of like the Cobra Viper 3-pack where it has those missile effects. And I believe we're getting some new guns with them in the line. So I'm seeing a new rifle, new SMG. Again, I'm just going off by the pictures here. One Cobra Trooper has the kind of khaki looking straps and all that. The other one has black, so they're gonna look different in your shelf, and that's cool. With army building, I like variety. These Valkyries just look so good together. Alternate heads too, right? Yep, alternate heads. Ooh, I like that one with the face mask with the red goggles. That looks so dope. This is priced at $54.99, so it's a lot higher. I miss the days when 2-packs were just $40, but it is what it is. I definitely pre-ordered a few of these. This is also, again, a Hasbro exclusive, Hasbro Post exclusive. The rest of the figures that I mentioned, like Scrap Iron and the rest of the mainline figures, those are not Hasbro Pulse exclusives. Luckily, those are available for regular retail. So, yeah, and that's it. I'm not sure if I missed anything else. I was very happy with today's live stream and reveals, even though there was only 4 reveals. We did get 3 name drops that I'm excited to see down the line, and seeing on-hand images for the previous revealed figures that we just went over. They just look so good. I'm excited. Now I kick it back to you. Let me know which figures you're most excited for, whether it's Marvel Legends or G.I. Joe. What figures would you like to see next in the lines? And as always, comment below, let me know, we'll chat about it. Thanks for watching another news update video. Please follow me on Instagram if you haven't already at xman87. Hit the notification bell so you always know when my latest videos are up. Share and subscribe if you're new. See you on the next video. Peace, peace.